What if I told you that one of history's greatest leaders wrote the perfect prayer for when your life is falling apart? Psalm 25 isn't just ancient poetry, it's a master class in English expressions for trust, guidance, and hope when everything seems to be going wrong. This psalm contains some of the most powerful vocabulary for describing human vulnerability and divine reliability that you'll ever encounter. But here's what makes this absolutely fascinating. Every single verse teaches us something different about how to express deep emotions in English, from desperate pleas to confident declarations. By the end of this video, you'll have mastered the language of trust, learned sophisticated ways to ask for help, and discovered why this 3,000-year-old prayer is still the go-to text for people facing impossible situations. Get ready to dive into vocabulary that will transform not just your English, but your entire approach to handling life's biggest challenges. The psalm opens with total surrender. "O Lord, I give my life to you." This isn't just any sentence, it's one of the most complete commitments possible in English. The phrase, "O Lord," is a formal address showing respect and reverence. "I give my life to you" uses the present tense give, indicating this is happening right now, not something planned for the future. In English, when we give something to someone, we transfer ownership. It's no longer ours, it's theirs. My life includes everything: decisions, future, dreams, problems, successes, failures. This is comprehensive surrender. Notice the simplicity of the language, no complex words, just clear, direct commitment. The beauty is in what it doesn't say as much as what it does. There's no list of conditions, no negotiations, no partial offerings, just complete, unconditional giving of everything that matters most. This kind of straightforward, total commitment is rare in any language, but English allows us to express it with stunning simplicity and power. The commitment immediately becomes specific with a trust declaration and urgent request. "I trust in you, my God. Do not let me be disgraced, or let my enemies rejoice in my defeat." The exclamation, "I trust in you, my God," shows excitement and confidence. Trust is one of English's most important relationship words. It means to rely on someone completely, to believe they'll do what's right even when you can't control the outcome. The possessive, "my God," shows personal relationship, not just general belief. Then comes the urgent plea, "Do not let me be disgraced." Disgrace is a powerful word meaning public shame, humiliation, loss of honor and respect. "Do not let" is a polite but desperate way of asking for protection. The fear continues, "Or let my enemies rejoice in my defeat." Enemies are people who actively oppose you, who want you to fail. Rejoice means celebrate with joy. Defeat is complete failure, being beaten or overcome. The psalmist isn't just afraid of failing, he's terrified of his enemies, celebrating his failure. This shows how personal and public his struggles are. The fear is immediately countered with the principle of universal protection. No one who trusts in you will ever be disgraced, but disgrace comes to those who try to deceive others. This is a general truth statement. No one who trusts in you is absolute. It includes everyone, everywhere, at any time. Will ever be disgraced uses future tense to promise protection from shame. The word ever means at any time, under any circumstances. This is a blanket guarantee for all trusting people. The contrast comes with but disgrace comes to those who try to deceive others. Deceive means to lie to, trick, or mislead someone. Try to deceive shows intentional dishonesty. The principle is clear. Trust leads to honor, deception leads to shame. In English, this kind of moral cause and effect statement is called a proverb or wisdom saying. It teaches that character determines destiny. Your inner choices about trust and honesty will eventually determine your outer reputation and circumstances. Now comes a passionate plea for divine guidance. Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. This uses two parallel phrases that mean similar things but with different imagery. Show me the right path treats life like a journey with multiple possible routes. Show means reveal, make visible, demonstrate clearly. The right path means the correct route, the one that leads to good destinations. Point out the road for me to follow is more specific. Point out means indicate clearly, like pointing with your finger. Road is more substantial than a path. Roads are built, maintained, designed for travel. For me to follow shows he wants to be a follower, not a leader in this situation. These aren't just requests for information, they're pleas for clear, specific guidance that removes confusion and doubt. In English, when we ask someone to show us something, we want them to make it obvious and unmistakable. When we ask them to point out something, we want them to give us clear directions we can act on immediately. The request for guidance becomes even more comprehensive. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me. All day long I put my hope in you. Lead me by your truth uses lead as a verb, meaning guide, conduct, show the way. By your truth means using truth as the method or means. Truth here isn't just facts, it's reality, reliability, what can be counted on. And teach me adds education to guidance. Teach means provide knowledge and understanding, not just directions. The reason for this request, for you are the God who saves me, for it introduces the explanation. The God who saves me identifies God by his rescue function. He's the one who delivers from danger, solves problems, provides solutions. All day long I put my hope in you shows the constancy of this trust. All day long means continuously, without breaks. I put my hope in you. Hope in English is confident expectation of good things. Trust that things will work out well. This isn't wishful thinking. It's confident expectation based on God's character and track record. If these expressions of total dependence and trust are helping you understand how to communicate deep emotions in English, make sure to subscribe because we're about to explore even more powerful vocabulary for expressing vulnerability and faith. The appeal shifts to asking God to remember His character while forgetting past failures. Remember, O Lord, your compassion and unfailing love, which you have shown from long ages past. This is strategic prayer, asking God to focus on His own nature. Remember doesn't mean God forgot, but means consider, focus on. Let this influence your actions. Compassion is deep caring that leads to action to help someone who's suffering. Unfailing love is love that never fails, never stops, never disappoints. It's completely reliable. Which you have shown refers to past demonstrations of these qualities. From long ages past means for a very long time throughout history. This prayer technique acknowledges that God has always been compassionate and loving. It's not asking Him to become something new, but to continue being who He's always been. The contrast comes in the next request. Do not remember the rebellious sins of my youth. Remember me in the light of your unfailing love, for you are merciful, O Lord. Now he asks God not to remember something. Rebellious sins of my youth refers to the bad choices, disobedience, and mistakes made when younger. Rebellious means refusing to obey authority, fighting against what's right. Sins are moral failures, wrong choices, actions that hurt others or go against God's standards. Remember me in the light of your unfailing love is beautiful English. In the light of means considering, taking into account, viewed through the lens of it's like asking to be seen through a filter that emphasizes love rather than judgment. For you are merciful gives the reason. Merciful means showing kindness and forgiveness to someone who deserves punishment. This is the opposite of getting what you deserve. Mercy is getting better treatment than your actions have earned. The psalm now provides theological insight about God's character. The Lord is good and does what is right. He shows the proper path to those who go astray. This is a statement of fact, not a request. Good means morally excellent, beneficial, helpful. Does what is right means acts according to moral standards, makes just decisions. Shows the proper path means reveals the correct way to live. To those who go astray means wander off the right path, get lost, make wrong choices, like sheep that wander away from the flock. People sometimes make choices that lead them away from what's good for them. The beautiful truth here is that God specializes in helping lost people find their way back. This isn't condemnation of people who've made mistakes, it's a promise of guidance for people who want to get back on track. The character description continues with specific focus on humble people. He leads the humble in doing right, teaching them His way. Humble people are those who don't think they're better than others, who are willing to learn, who don't insist on having their own way. Leads is active guidance. God doesn't just give humble people information and leave them alone. He actively guides them. In doing right means in making good choices, ethical decisions, moral actions. Teaching them His way shows God as an educator, not just a commander. His way refers to God's methods, His approach to life, His values and priorities. This suggests that God has a particular way of doing things, and He's willing to teach it to people who are humble enough to learn. The promise expands to include everyone who maintains relationship with God. The Lord leads with unfailing love and faithfulness all who keep His covenant and obey His demands. Leads with unfailing love and faithfulness shows the manner of God's guidance. It's done lovingly and reliably. All who keep His covenant. A covenant is a formal agreement, a promise-based relationship with mutual obligations. Keep means maintain, honor, stick to the terms of the agreement, and obey His demands. Demands are requirements, things that must be done. This isn't harsh legalism. It's relationship maintenance. Just like human relationships have expectations and requirements, relationship with God involves commitment and obedience. Are you beginning to see how this psalm balances personal vulnerability with divine reliability? The language moves seamlessly between desperate pleas and confident statements about God's character. If this kind of emotional and theological vocabulary is expanding your English skills, make sure to like this video and hit that notification bell for more insights into biblical literature. Now the psalmist makes his most vulnerable confession. For the honor of your name, O Lord, forgive my many, many sins. This is remarkable honesty. For the honor of your name means for the sake of your reputation. The psalmist isn't asking for forgiveness because he deserves it, but because forgiving people shows God's good character. Your name in Hebrew culture meant your reputation, character, everything you're known for. Forgive means pardon, cancel the debt of wrongdoing, remove the guilt and consequences. My many, many sins, the repetition of many emphasizes the large number. This isn't someone claiming to be pretty good with just a few small mistakes. This is acknowledging serious, repeated moral failures. The honesty is stunning. He's not minimizing his failures or making excuses. He's owning the full extent of his wrongdoing and asking for complete forgiveness. The psalm shifts to asking about qualifications for divine guidance. Who are those who fear the Lord? He will show them the path they should choose. This is a rhetorical question. It's asked to make a point, not to get information. Who are those who fear the Lord? Fear here doesn't mean being afraid, but having deep respect, reverence, and awe. It's recognizing God's power and importance and responding appropriately. The answer comes immediately. He will show them the path they should choose. Will show as a promise, a guarantee. The path they should choose implies there are multiple options, but one is best. God doesn't force the choice, but He reveals which choice is wisest. The benefits of fearing God are substantial. They will live in prosperity, and their children will inherit the land. Prosperity means success, well-being, having enough resources to live well. This isn't necessarily wealth, but sufficiency and flourishing. Their children will inherit the land shows benefits extending to the next generation. Inherit means receive as a family legacy. The land represents security, belonging, having a place in the world. The relationship with God becomes even more intimate. The Lord is a friend to those who fear Him. He teaches them His covenant. Calling God a friend is remarkable. Friends are people who know you personally, care about your well-being, enjoy spending time with you, and are loyal to you. This isn't the distant, formal relationship of a king and subject, but the close, personal relationship of friendship. To those who fear Him shows that this friendship is available to people who have proper respect and reverence for God. He teaches them His covenant. Friends share information with each other. God shares His covenant, His promises, and expectations with His friends, so they understand the relationship clearly. The psalmist describes his constant focus. My eyes are always on the Lord, for He rescues me from the traps of my enemies. My eyes are always on means I'm constantly watching, paying attention to, focusing on. In English, where we look shows what we're paying attention to. Always means constantly, without breaks. For He rescues me gives the reason for this constant attention. Rescues means saves from danger, pulls out of trouble. From the traps of my enemies, traps are devices designed to catch and harm someone who doesn't see them coming. Enemies don't just attack directly. They set traps, subtle, hidden dangers designed to cause failure and harm. Now the psalmist's desperation becomes acute. Turn to me and have mercy, for I am alone and in deep distress. Turn to me means look at me, pay attention to me, focus on my situation. When someone turns toward you, they're giving you their attention and showing interest in helping. Have mercy means show kindness and help to someone who's suffering. For I am alone explains his desperate need. Alone means without friends, family, or supporters nearby. Being alone during trouble makes everything worse. In deep distress is severe anxiety, pain, or suffering. Deep makes it more intense. This isn't mild worry, but overwhelming emotional and mental pain. The problems are escalating. My problems go from bad to worse. Oh, save me from them all. Go from bad to worse is a common English expression meaning a situation keeps getting more difficult, more painful, more complicated. Problems aren't staying the same or improving, they're actively getting worse. Oh, save me from them all. Oh shows emotional intensity, desperation. Save me means rescue me, deliver me, get me out of this situation. From them all emphasizes that he wants rescue from every single problem, not just some of them. This is a cry for complete deliverance, total solution, comprehensive rescue. The plea becomes even more personal and vulnerable. Feel my pain and see my trouble. Forgive all my sins. Feel my pain is asking God to experience what he's experiencing, to understand his suffering from the inside. In English, when we ask someone to feel what we're feeling, we want empathy. We want them to understand our experience emotionally, not just intellectually. See my trouble means notice my difficulties. Observe what I'm going through. Pay attention to my circumstances. Forgive all my sins connects his external troubles with his internal guilt. He's not just asking for rescue from problems. He's asking for cleansing from wrongdoing. This suggests he believes his troubles might be connected to his moral failures, and he wants both external rescue and internal cleansing. The danger from enemies is emphasized. See how many enemies I have and how viciously they hate me. See how many asks God to notice the number. There aren't just one or two enemies, but many. Enemies are people actively working against him, trying to cause him harm. How viciously they hate me. Viciously means with cruel intensity, savage hostility. Hate is the opposite of love, wanting harm to come to someone, taking pleasure in their suffering. This isn't just disagreement or competition. It's malicious, cruel hostility from multiple people. If you're learning how English can express such raw vulnerability and desperate hope, make sure to subscribe and share this video with others who want to master the language of authentic human emotion. The final personal plea is desperate: protect me, rescue my life from them. Do not let me be disgraced, for in you I take refuge. These are 3 urgent commands. Protect me means shield me, keep me safe, defend me from harm, rescue my life from them. Rescue my life means save me from death, pull me back from fatal danger. Do not let me be disgraced echoes his earlier fear. He's still terrified of public humiliation and shame. For in you I take refuge gives the reason he can make these requests. Take refuge means find safety, seek protection, hide from danger. A refuge is a safe place where you can't be harmed. This shows complete dependence. He has nowhere else to go for safety except to God. The psalm concludes with a prayer for protection through character. May integrity and honesty protect me, for I put my hope in you. Integrity means wholeness of character, doing what's right even when no one is watching. Honesty means truthfulness, refusing to lie or deceive. Protect me shows he believes good character can actually provide protection. In English, we sometimes say honesty is the best policy because truthful people tend to have fewer problems and more trustworthy relationships. For I put my hope in you explains why he believes character will protect him, because God honors and blesses people who live with integrity and honesty. The psalm ends by expanding from personal prayer to national prayer. O God, ransom Israel from all its troubles. Ransom means pay the price to free someone who's been captured or enslaved. It suggests that Israel, the nation, is somehow trapped or enslaved by its troubles and needs to be bought back, set free, liberated from all its troubles. Shows comprehensive concern, not just some problems, but every difficulty the nation faces. This movement from personal plea to national prayer shows how individual and community well-being are connected. When people learn to trust God personally, it affects their concern for others and their willingness to pray for their community and nation. What an incredible journey we've taken through Psalm 25. We've explored some of the most powerful English vocabulary for expressing trust, vulnerability, guidance, and hope. This psalm teaches us that authentic prayer isn't always pretty or dignified. Sometimes it's desperate, messy, and completely honest about our failures and fears. But it also shows us that this kind of raw honesty can coexist with deep confidence in God's character and reliability. The language techniques we've discovered today, from simple declarations of surrender to complex requests for guidance, from vulnerable confessions to confident statements about divine character, give you tools for expressing the full range of human experience in English. Whether you're facing your own troubles or trying to comfort someone else, whether you're learning to trust or teaching others about reliability, this psalm provides vocabulary and concepts that have sustained people for thousands of years. If this exploration of biblical English has enriched your language skills and given you new tools for expressing deep emotions and spiritual concepts, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who are on their own journey of language learning and spiritual discovery. Remember that learning English through the Bible isn't just about mastering vocabulary and grammar. It's about understanding the deepest human experiences and learning to communicate them with power, authenticity, and hope. Until next time, keep trusting, keep learning, and keep growing in both language and wisdom.